Welcome everybody back to the DotP Inhouses. This is Season 5, Week 2, Lobby 3, Game 1. This is TJ Sutton on the mic, joined by Kuma Mizu tonight. Kuma, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, TJ?
I'm doing really well. Glad to have you here casting with me, man.
Yeah, glad to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah, definitely, man. So we got a couple of first round bans coming out. The Axe and the Silencer being banned out. What are you thinking about these bans so far?
Well, I play a bunch of pubs, and any game to play against a well-placed axe with a good blink, three-person call. Same goes for Silencer. He's an annoying mid, good zoner early game, and his axe is going to make him a pain late game too.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that Axe change where he now pierces, spell immunity. Like, I thought that was incredible. I don't play too much Silencer, but uh, I think now it's definitely viable to pick up Ags in there somewhere, especially if it starts moving towards the late game. Because I feel like there's some other items he wants first. But once he starts getting that stolen int from the kills that he gets or is around, I think it definitely is a viable option in the late game.
I agree with that. And same thing with Invoker and Lifestealer. Lifestealer is just common nowadays. He's always the person I ban when I play any game.
Yeah.
Invoker is my usual first pick, so I can understand why it's an above 3K lobby. They don't want to face any godly Invokers here.
Yeah, a good Invoker, like the Invoker player can make or break your game. So if they're really good, or good at least, then you can have a good team comp and can really accomplish your objectives. But if your Invoker is bad, like, you're in for a long game of Dota.
Exactly.
So we got a Lich on the Dire and a Disruptor Sand King duo on the Radiant. The Spirit Breaker coming out. Good thing they banned out the Lifestealer.
Yeah. I'm thinking about a Centaur too. I've just seen a lot of him recently, and he's just always so good at just getting that solid stomp. He's like a discount axe.
Yeah.
Doesn't pierce spell immunity, but it's still a solid disruption.
Yeah, and the one thing I like about Centaur, like I like Axe, but one thing I like about Centaur is he's not completely dependent upon his blink like Axe is. So if Axe takes the slightest bit of damage, there goes his blink in, his initiation. Whereas with Centaur, even if sniper hits you, you accidentally walk into shrapnel, you barely catch the edge of some AoE spell, you still have your Stampede, and you can gap close with it, which I think is very valuable as an offlaner for him. And there out comes the Centaur ban.
Yeah, that's a nice prediction by the Dire here. I'm also thinking with Axe versus Centaur. Centaur wants to build straight health. He doesn't care if he gets harassed too much in lane because that return damage is going to punish him for it.
Mm-hmm.
The Axe, he doesn't really build too much health. He just gets 40 bonus armor with his Berserker's Call. He's trying to disrupt things, take damage, give it back. But Centaur is more of a wall you're trying to run into, and Axe is like some sort of rubber band sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. An anti-mage ban coming out. This is
Legion also banned.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm liking, or I'm very glad to see anti-mage being considered again since the 7.06 jungle change. Nice to see anti-mage back in the meta, or at least playable, compared to pre 7.06 with the every other minute jungle spawns.
Oh my god, it's so nice to not have to count the time now with 7.06.
I mean,
see it's it's 53 or 54, and you have to look at the minute number.
I'm kind of torn with. Hold on, I forgot to turn on my voice chat, team chat. I'm kind of torn with the jungle change. Like, yeah, it's nice to not have to worry about that, but at the same time, dude, I've had so many pubs and ranked and unranked games ruined by the return of junglers. Like, I had a Lifestealer in my game the other day that just AFK jungled for 30 minutes and did not participate in a single fight. And then because we were getting mad at him for not participating, he got mad and just started feeding down mid. And it was like, come on, man.
Well, that's the sort of thing you have to deal with, I guess. With every change, there comes some sort of new, hey, I can try this out. I can make it better. I'm a good player. Then they try it out, and then, as you said, they don't leave jungle for 30 minutes.
Yeah. But
things don't when you're a jungle AFK player.
Yeah. So
they
an
tend to
Ogre
get a bit hasty with how they react.
Yeah. So an Ogre Magi and a Lina pick coming out. We weren't sure where the Saiyan King was going to go at first. He can kind of be a roamer. He could, be an annoying lane support, but it looks like they're probably going to send him to the off lane and maybe run an aggro try safe lane with this Ogre and Disruptor. Because ever since ever since 7.06, these roaming supports have kind of gotten nerfed. I mean, Monkey King is absolutely unplayable now, in my opinion.
I wouldn't say unplayable. I think he can, because of how much gap close, he's a nice 4, but he's not nearly a possible core like he was 6, definitely.
Yeah, you can't play him you can't play him as a mid. Like, he just doesn't have the domination that he presence that he needs to. Like, safe lane, he just doesn't transition well, and off lane, yeah. I don't know. Since Bash no longer, Basher and Abyssal no longer count in his Wukong's command, they just nerfed him into the ground, I feel.
5 seconds remaining.
That's fair. Also, the damage to armor. It's a nice survivability in early mid game, but late game, he's still going to get popped.
Yeah. But
any sort of magic damage goes right through that.
So now we got Sven and
What
Luna.
do you think of the,
What?
I was about to bring up, how do you like the new Sven?
It's good. I think it was nice to see him get brought back, but also nice that they did that little secondary patch to kind of make him not as god tier as he was. Because if you jump by 9-10%, something is broken in terms of win rate.
Yeah.
So good nerfs. He's still playable. They didn't nuke him back down, but he's definitely a good tier 1 carry to have. I'm wondering, though, how they're going to counter this Luna push. They do have lots of good stuns.
Try. That's true.
But
she still just gets cheap items and snowballs with anything, really. She doesn't need kills. She just needs to farm a lot.
Yeah,
and,
now that the jungle is back.
Yeah.
I feel like it really depends on how soon you can delay her Manta style. Will be indicative as to how well the game is going to go for you. If she gets if she gets a quick Manta, if she can get her boots, Dragonlance, Manta style, or maybe fit a a Mask of Madness or a Helm of the Dominator in there, if she can get that early, then you're going to have a tough game. But if you can delay that to 25, 30 minutes, or 30 minutes past, then you're definitely in good fields for that. And a Jakiro last pick. Lots of lots of pushing
never
potential.
A bad pick, honestly.
No,
He's just such a good all-around support.
Exactly.
He's got push. He's got high ground defense.
I think they changed his. They changed his scepter, didn't they?
Macro.
Yeah, I think they changed Macropyre with if he gets an Ags. I can't remember what the specific change is, though. Let's see. That's not what I wanted.
Holy Spirit.
And a nice Storm Spirit last pick. I'm assuming, this could be a mid Jakiro, but there's probably going to be a mid Lina. And how do you think Lena fares against a Storm Spirit mid?
You know, she's got enough damage early game. She can harass him out of lane. She can get a farm advantage early on. But as soon as Storm Spirit gets that overload damage with his E, she doesn't have any escape, really. He's already hopping around all around her. Good luck landing an LSA against that.
Yeah,
So she'll have a nice early game, but when Storm Spirit, he'll be hard to pin down.
yeah. Yeah, because I mean, the cast animation is so long on her LSA that it's like it's so easy to see it coming that he can just zip 100 units one way or the other, and they're fine. When did they
Exactly.
start? When did they start doing this? For I thought lobbies they didn't do this, but apparently maybe they changed it.
I guess they modified that recently.
And we get the EPeen measurements. But I'll go ahead and list off the Radiant, and then we'll go over and introduce the Dire. So, on the Sand King, we have Cardinal. On the Storm Spirit, we have Tired. Captain Kickass on the Ogre Magi. Gabe Gonzo on the Disruptor. And Lieutenant Condor on the Sven.
All right, and for the Dire, we have Mr. T on the Lich, Darkstar on the Lena, Jaguar Paw on the Spirit Breaker, President Waldo on the Jakiro, and Love Yourself spinning around on the Dire Safe Lane Bounty on the Luna.
And this Love Yourself has completed the Battle Pass quest, because that is the Battle Pass skin.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh, got a fight going on here on the bottom
Wow.
lane. Jaguar Paul might go down here. President Waldo throwing out the dual breath, slowing him down. Jaguar Paul getting caught in the kinetic field. Oh, a good burrow strike coming out from Cardinal, and the stun will come out, and Gabe Gonzo will finish him off with the Thunder Strike. Meanwhile, continue to harass with the Jakiro dual breath. Darkstar looking to get a kill on Lieutenant Condor. Condor trying to get away, but he'll be finished off by the Dragon Slave of Darkstar. Who is the other kill? Oh, Gabe went down. Oh, did he get he got a double kill with that? Oh, Cardinal might be going down as well. He's getting charged by the Spirit Breaker. And Darkstar is off. Is 3-0 before the first minute. Wow. What a start.
I'm coming back, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good, dude.
Crashed.
Man,
Reconnecting back now.
Darkstar has 3 kills already.
Yeah, I saw that double kill go down, but my mic wouldn't cut through. That was crazy start to the game.
Yeah.
She could start beating earlier now. Get that Storm Spirit off even more.
Yeah, I mean, she already has a bottle waiting for her.
Denied.
Wow.
Only thing is, she's hurt. Yeah, she's definitely hurting on some mana. Ferrying out a mango for herself, because she used a lot of dragon slaves to get those kills. Looks like Jakiro kind of bouncing between bot and mid lane. Looks like he's coming mid lane to protect the courier. Oh no, maybe he's heading top lane to do a tri lane. Let's see. Do we have any interesting item? Cardinal throwing out some harass with the burrow strike, although he might pay for this. Cardinal going to go down to Love Yourself. Man, not a good start for this Radiant team, but hopefully they can get calmed down a bit from that beginning and start to take control of these lanes. Tired, content to just CS under his tower. Looks like Jaguar Paul's rotating between lanes, looking to throw down some wards, get some more vision for himself. Maybe charge someone.
Okay, I appear to be back, but I'm not quite sure. I'll do my best while I'm here anyway.
That's all we asked for.
Alrighty.
So far, despite Darkstar getting that early 3-kill lead, Tired is out CSing him in the mid lane, 14-7 currently. Definitely thanks to that burst potential coming out from Storm Spirit, able to flash farm quickly these creep waves.
Definitely. And also the fact that Lina can't really flash farm herself without wasting all her mana early game. That'll be a bit of a burden on her until she gets some sort of mana regen consistently, like from a Bloodstone later on. But you're not really gonna have a Bloodstone in lane.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But it appears that she's finished her Soul Ring, and is going to be flying that out to herself soon.
Sand King's getting gone down in top lane. Jakiro with damage over time, now slowing him down a little bit. Burst Strike coming out of Luna, taking tower damage, but they both die. Sunstrike. Recent beam on Sand King. Tower damage taking Luna down.
You got that.
Her off.
You got Invoker on the mind.
I'm sorry. It's reflex. Other cosmic body. Captain Kickass rotating mid with a Ignite to slow down Luna. Sunstrike again. What am I saying? Storm Spirit just trying to pick off Luna. She gets away with some help. Tango's a tree. Gets some regen back there.
Radiant's middle tower.
Seems to be my brain's lagging a bit too.
It's all good. Got an Invis rune here on the top lane. See if anyone snatches that up. Looks like Darkstar's eyeing it to refill his bottle.
Selfish.
It's interesting to see how these... Well, I don't really want to call it a small change. The delay in the shrines being active, because now they're not activated until 5 minutes. And it's crazy to see how such like a quote-unquote small change has an effect on how numerous lanes are played, both the off and the mid lane. Miss Jaguar Power going down here to Lieutenant Condor. Condor is CSing quite well. Has 24 CS 5 minutes in. He's on par to hit 50 by 6. Or 50 by 10 minutes, sorry. Not by 6 minutes. If you hit 50 CS by 6 minutes, that would be pretty impressive.
Again, however, in top lane, Sand King gets picked off again by the rotating Jakiro here. Takes him off, but not without a fight. They're all pretty low health here.
Yeah, it's hard for him, understandably, in that top lane up against this Luna and the Lich and the Jakiro. All three of these are ranged heroes. And, I mean, you're a Sand King that's melee. Like, it's going to be a hard lane for you. But he seems to be gritting his teeth and doing the best that he can with what he's got.
Yes, Soken XP is only one level behind Luna. Is getting all the last hits. As someone who plays off lane, I get the feeling of being a melee against a couple ranged.
Which, just Love Yourself is going to get down
fair
here.
Share of damage out here.
Oh, one click. And he's able to finish her off with a Burrow Strike.
Oh, disjointing the tower shot too. Well played, Cardinal.
GG, well played. Oh, got a bounty rune here.
At mid, Lena's got some damage on her side against the Storm Spirit with just about half mana. With no solid regen quite yet. Getting treads soon.
Yeah, he's close to that. Kick-Ass doing well. Level 3, almost level 4, which is nice for being a roaming support. Hopefully he can soak some XP in a lane soon. Get his level 6 Jaguar Paw charging on bot lane. Looking to get that 17%. Gonna get caught in the kinetic field instead. He has, yeah, he has. Let's see, do we have any level 6s yet? Yes, mid laners. The 2 mid laners so far. Darkstar might look to Laguna Blade Storm if he can get him low enough. Meanwhile, it looks like Gabe is trying to provide some harass on this Spirit Breaker, get him out of the lane. Looks like Storm Spirit's looking to shrine up here, bot lane, get that mana back. And he almost has his Soul Ring as well. Dark Star grabbing the DD rune. Storm needs to be careful here in this mid lane. Catches him out. Laguna Blade. Dragon Slave coming out. Is he going to be able to finish him off? Yes, he is. Wow, the last right click to finish off Storm Spirit in the mid lane. Spear Breaker charging, however, on the top lane. Uh-oh, Cardinal.
Endurance run.
Gets stunned up. And disjoints with the Sandstorm. But he gets ulted by Jaguar Paul. And Captain Kickass goes down to the Lunar Eclipse. Man, I feel bad for him. This is such a hard off lane.
Alright, it seems to be back again now.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
So what do you think?
I'm gonna just
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna commend these supports just stacking all this.
I was about to say, I
Comparing
just
the
now
top-
noticed that. Was that a triple stack?
That is
Or a double?
seems to be- That is a triple.
No, yeah, it is a triple.
That's a quad. That's a quad up in Dire Safe Lane.
Holy cow!
That's two Centaurs and 2 Hellbears. That's just crazy.
Love yourself.
Jaguar
Content to just.
charging down on Condor. Condor smacks him just in time before the charge hits. Condor gets away before any damage can happen.
And Luna content once again just to farm this. Good to see her pick up this Morbid Mask early as well. Now that they've changed the recipe, changed the cost of this, seeing a lot more carries pick this up now.
I'll take your tribute.
Certainly.
So I'm assuming she's probably going to turn it. Yeah, she's turning this into a Morbid Mask. And then, do you think she'll disassemble it later for some different items?
Well, I don't think they want to face a really snowballed Sven. So she could take HOD, but as it's not really the best item right now, I'm not sure if she'll actually follow through with that or disassemble it. But it seems like she could take HOD as of right now.
Well, this builds into the Mask of Madness.
Yeah.
So I feel like she'll probably take this and then probably disassemble it for a Satanic.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah.
Late game, because she's not a what's the item called? Bloodthorn builder. So I think she might take this and turn it into a
Oh, it's a party.
yeah. A Satanic later. Gabe getting his levels, getting some gold for himself here on the bot lane. Meanwhile, Cardinal.
Oh, I'm just gonna point out Lena here. As expected, she's just about 1 level higher than Storm Spirit. But she does choose to take the cast range to make sure she can take Storm Spirit off from her range here early mid game. Jaguar Pod takes out Cardinal. Didn't see how it happened, but probably a well-timed charge.
Yeah,
That's that going on in Dire Safe Lane. Starting to get picked off. I saw Lich ulted earlier just to, take it down a little bit. It's on cooldown for another 30 seconds. But it could be a well-used chink to the total amount. Creeps there. Luna's nice to take down camps, but only when she has damage. Right now, she'll just get eaten alive out there if she tries to take on that camp alone.
Yeah, she was definitely struggling to clear it earlier, but she puts another point into Moonglaive, so I think she's looking to take that stack soon.
Exactly. Oh, let's just see how many that is now. That is, oh goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's a 5 stack right now.
Oh, she just picked up her Mask of Madness, so she's probably going to clear it now.
Oh, here on mid, however, Storm Spirit just barely evades an Ice Path from Jakiro. Would have been curtains for him. Laguna Blade did come out. That was a big dedication. Luna's now out of mana, almost. That was pretty close there, Dire, but Storm Spirit's a slippery customer.
Love yourself struggling to clear this thing. Ooh, Cardinal
As
says I might
expected.
come in.
Is under attack.
He's trying to chase
He's
him
just
off.
looking around, but he's in pretty deep already. That is Jakiro we're talking about. Ice Path.
Nice
Slowing him down,
disjoint.
dodging that liquid fire.
Radiant's
Well
middle
played,
tower
Cardinal.
is
You've just
under
been
attack.
on point with these disjoints here.
Another charge coming out, probably on, yep, on Cardinal. But will he get spotted out?
Oh, I think he'll just be taken right past the shrine. Alright, they see him coming in now. Going under tower, try to be safe. Orgamatter TPing in, but Storm Spirit Breaker sees that coming in, knows his place, and backs right off.
Exactly.
Damage.
Ooh, Storm with a DD going in on Darkstar.
Oh, Zip as well as Electric Vortex. Just, just a little bit miscalculation. That'll be it. However, Luna escapes with her life Spirit Breaker, charging the Storm Spirit, but doesn't see the double damage in time, as well as the Ogre. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Disruptor
good
sounds like
static
locking
Storm
him
coming
right in.
out.
Storm Spirit gets 17% just in time, backs him off, so we can't get the last hit. However, he does die to the Lena. It's Lena. It's Luna, however, who gets the Sand King kill up in top lane again. Yikes.
I think I feel bad for him, but I think at this point he needs to turn to the jungle.
Yeah, he's got to do something.
Yeah, he's really hurting here, and I think I'd like to see him turn to the jungle instead, because Luna's definitely not going to lead this lane until she at least gets that tier 1 tower. And then she'll like transition to the jungle. But she definitely wants to push down this tower so that she doesn't have as much of a threat up here in her lane. Interesting. She's going straight into from this to a Manta style, and skipping the Dragonlance, which I thought. I mean, and when I played Luna earlier in 7.0, I always went boots into Dragonlance for that extra range. Up, Storm Spirit catching out Mr. T. Is he going to go down? Yep, he'll be able to finish him off. Static Remnants and zips a little bit to get the overload. Although he might get caught out here by Darkstar.
Storm Spirit seeing the lane going for the camp. He's looking around, waiting for an opening. Decides to go for Luna instead. He's got clarity going in. Zipping around. One man showing this Luna some damage with the Static Remnant here, slowing him down just in time. Soul Ring zipping right through his Disruptor, knocking him right back. Luna,
Nice.
does not destroy the auto attack. Well played, Disruptor. Well, good call there.
Good glimpse coming out from Gabe Gonzo, bringing him back. Another one of Gabe's signature heroes that not many people know. Everyone knows his Witch Doctor, but the man plays a good Disruptor as well.
I've seen it in action. It's truly a scary sight. Lena decides to clear out this camp before Linda can get to it. Might be a fair bet. It's pretty daunting. Plus, Lena likes the extra farm anyway.
Yeah, she's looking to finish off this Bloodstone soon, which she 11, 2000. She's getting pretty close.
2K away. 2K away if you disassemble the mana boots. So
And actually,
Zigzag.
she's only about 300 250 away.
Middle tower is under
oh, it costs about 2,000 to get to Bloodstone. Yeah, she's about 80 gold away now to get to the actual thing.
But yes, I see your point though. Yeah, she's getting really
Yeah.
close. Which this is a great Bloodstone timing, as long as she can avoid dying like off the bat from getting it, which I don't think she will. She's been playing pretty well in this mid lane. But now she's kind of had an empty lane here recently. But she's been doing good roaming around. Storm up here trying to look for a kill on Luna possibly. But Lich and Spiritbreaker hanging out up here. Storm might get caught out here. I don't think you realize the Spiritbreaker is up here.
It's 1, 2. Oh, it's going to be a party up in top lane. Lich comes down, knocking 2 heroes here. Disruptor knocking 2 heroes in his Kinetic Storm.
Condor
appearance
getting
coming out,
caught
nobody.
out. Cardinal coming out with the stun on Jaguar Paul.
Spearbreaker knocking down the Sven just in time. 17% it gets him right on time. Won't escape with his life though. Oh, maybe he will. No, he won't. Too many heroes. Storm Spirit trying to 1v1 this Lich. Both without much mana. Sand King comes in, gets a double kill. Good assist there.
Great job getting that double kill on the Sand King.
Definitely. Nice to come back from being the underexperienced offlaner he just was.
Yeah, and he got a good chunk of gold towards that Blink Dagger. Although he might pay for it up here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Barely gets caught by the dual breath, but Gabe's there to help him out. So, yeah, now he can turn to the jungle and finish off that Blink Dagger if he wishes.
Has fallen.
Meanwhile, Captain Kickass taking down the mid-tier 1. Although he's getting charged by Jaguar, but Jaguar cancels it at the last moment. How are we looking tower-wise?
Another fight coming out on top. Luna Eclipse is going down some heroes, but she's too far away. Eclipse just barely not picking off the Sand King. 25 health. Spiritbreaker sees that, charges in right now, coming to finish off. Burst damage from that stun is just enough to kill him. Gabe and Storm Spirit too late, however. He escapes with life. Just in time. That camp has been disrupted, but does not matter. It didn't stack itself. That would have been impressive.
Radiant's top tower is under
Looks like they're trying to take this top tier 1. Kind of hard to stop, resist this push by Jakiro and Luna.
Radiant's top
They're able to
tower
finish it off. They just don't have the heroes right now to defend. Let's see how's Storm doing. Storm's really close to his Bloodstone. He's only 140 gold away. About to
Sven's
have.
also doing pretty well down in the Radiant jungle here. Enough for his Blink Dagger, but he's cleaning up some camps while he's in the area. Worried about this Lina, about to pick him off though. She's in lane. However, Cardinal's here on the Sand King to come assist if need be, but the range creeps see him, so Lina gets the memo before it gets too late.
Ah, he misses the.
Oh man, Sand King barely misses the Burrow Strike, but Lina is alone. Will she escape? Spirit Breaker coming in for the backup. Lich as well. Mr. T drops the on those two. Bounces. Oh man, that's enough to kill that. Sven here. Just I don't know if he bought the items in time, but that's quite on here. Gabe Gonzo barely trying to run away. Storm Spirit just getting 4v1'd, but once again, slippery person here. Out of sight, out of mind. His ult is off cooldown, but he doesn't need it.
Radiant's bottom
Can't chase him into the jungle that deep when it's on the Radiant side like that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're still searching for him, but he's able to get out.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And now he just gets his Bloodstone too. Oh, hopefully he can make it out before he loses Bloodstone charges. That was really unfortunate for the side of the Dire. Having to chase, I think the having to chase the Lina around definitely allowed Lich to get in there. And once he threw out that Chain Frost, it was over.
Did you see that Spirit Breaker with the 217% bashes on the Ogre? That's just, I hate that so much.
Yeah, if
But you know, luck may be on your side, even if you're blessed by luck there.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
meanwhile
Taking
Dire
the tier 2
content.
tower.
Yeah, just loving pushing down this lane. They're just looking. They're definitely on a power peak right now, power spike, and they're looking to definitely capitalize on this right now.
Definitely a good push team with Luna, as well as Jakiro with that liquid fire. This really does quite a lot of damage to towers, and Lich to prevent some sieging with his ice armor. Spirit Breaker going on a charge on Storm Spirit here. Needs some backup. Sven sees him coming by right now. Ogre TPing in for some help. Sven out with a stun. Spirit Breaker gets locked down. Storm Spirit trying to do some damage here, pulls him right in. Sven, God Strength, trying to whack him here with Fire Blast as well as the Bloodlust.
That was a lot of good lockdown.
Has fallen.
Valiant effort.
Meanwhile, Dire pushed down the mid tier 1.
Selfish.
Radiant struggling to stall the bleeding from this push going on right now by the Dire, but once they get a few items on their side, they'll be fit to go. Let's see. How are we looking? So Storm has his Bloodstone. He just got his 13th charge after that kill. Darkstar sitting at 16 right now, so he needs to be killed soon. Otherwise, that Bloodstone's going to get out of hand. So it looks like Condor is going for this S and Y next. Do you agree with his decision to go S and Y, or do you think he should go BKB first?
You know what? S and Y is nice. Before Luna gets too unbearable, I'm just thinking he will want Blink to be able to initiate on these slow heroes here.
Well, he has his Blink. It's BKB though.
Oh! I missed his inventory. 1 second.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, that Blink will help a lot. You know, it's a bit of a toss-up for S and Y, but if I were him, I might as well go with the S and Y to get the extra damage locked down for these slow heroes. I'm worried about Lena, though, with LSA, because Fen himself is also a slow hero. He could probably juke it out, but tough to predict it precisely. Lich as well with the slows. It's tough to outrun when Lich has his I keep forgetting his ability names. I'm sorry.
Chain
Frost
Frost?
Blast. Frost Blast, really, for the slow, so you can just walk right away. That's the tough part. But S and Y will help you go a little faster for that.
Yeah.
BKB, however, will just purge all that right off you. But again, it's on a charge-based system. So you might want to go for the early peaks before it gets too hectic when team fighting. Then I'll get a BKB. I'm predicting anyway.
Yeah, I think he'll finish it off. I think I would rather, but I think I'd like to see a BKB first, merely because of the magic damage on the side of this dire side. I think the BKB would allow him to team fight a lot better, because right now, I mean, you have Chain Frost, LSA, Laguna Blade,
Ice Path too.
Ice
That's
Path,
a big
Eclipse
factor.
Yeah, like they have all of these magic spells that just are bursting him down instantly in these team fights, and so I think I'd like to see a BKB first. But I do understand where he's going with the S and Y. He wants a little bit more damage. Currently, he's only doing 140 damage right now.
Okay.
Which is why he's one. I think he's going for this S and Y. But we'll see.
Both have pretty valuable arguments for either side, but I might think about you persuaded me. The PKB is pretty valuable with all the ambient damage and slows and stuns. I'll get to you pretty quick if you don't have any immunity.
Yeah, I think if he was able to just kind of AFK farm right now, and just have lots of space, I would go for the S and Y first. But this team fighty comp that Dire has, and the way that they've been grouping up lately, I definitely think he should probably go BKB first. But either way, it's definitely going to help him out and help him transition to this late game. And he's farming quite fast, so I mean, by going S and Y first, it might only delay his BKB by like a few minutes, but it's just whether or not those few minutes are going to make or break your game.
Exactly.
Because I mean, he's CSing quite well.
Dominating.
Oh, I missed this top lane.
Lena picks off Ogre, Disruptor with the ult and the kinetic field, slowing him down. Spiritbreaker walking right through that field, ulting Sand King. Earn Shadow's knocking him right down. Dies to Jakiro. Storm Spirit trying to pick off somebody, but 2v... Oh, that's a 1v3, 1v4. Storm Spirit pays for it with his life, but not without a kill on Jakiro.
Yeah, he stood
That's a 4
in
for 2 trade. Dire won that confrontation quite a bit. They might take that. They will take this tier 2, I imagine, but Sven's there. He's not agreeing with me on that statement. They do quite a bit of damage, but Sven realizes, it's too much range for me. I'll take a fight under high ground, preferably, and with that, Radiant tier 2 does fall.
Top tower has fallen.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to transition and try to take Roche now.
I think they might rotate for the other tier 2, honestly. They're going to clear out the crates
yeah.
here. While they have Sand King down for one more second, so they don't have too much lockdown. Some kinetic field is nice, but Ogre here has the high ground advantage. Lieutenant Condor pairing with the Warcry, possibly with a blink. He has Sandra already. Nice for some lockdown, some maim. They seem to be backing off now. They want to push out some lanes, it looks like. Take some Bannerons if possible, like that Luna.
Smoke coming out from this Radiant side.
Ooh, that could prove to be quite useful. Not popping for these illusions. They know somebody's nearby. Manta Style is quite a low cooldown. Let's see. No, they're not going in on Luna. I don't think they saw her.
I don't think so.
Rotating around mid. Go on the Jakiro. Jakiro is getting locked in on the Storm Spirit. Sven with the stun. Wow, Burrow Strike locked him down. That's 3 disruptions. That's too much damage and lockdown to do much out of that, Jakiro. My pity goes to you. That's a 40-second cooldown. 5v4. Good luck trying to push that Liquid Fire. That's a big deal about this. Spearbreaker sees Gabe Gonzo here. Wants him backup. Kinetic Field. Ult coming down on this Disruptor. Locking down.
Whoa.
Jeez, that's another great 5v1 on the Spearbreaker. Killing him right out.
Yo,
They're overstaying their welcome here in Radiant Jungle and paying for it dearly.
Gabe setting up that kill, that excellent glimpse, and the glimpse stack storm, or glimpse kinetic field stack storm combo. Like, you see that coming out as you're getting glimpse, and you're just like, oh no, please
Exactly.
no.
At that point, you just don't even right-click anywhere. You just sort of sit and accept your fate.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing I can do here. You know, I'm thinking maybe if Spirit Breaker were to charge, would he just be like still charging when he got pulled back in? Do you know how that interaction works?
I think it cancels.
You know, I imagine it would, because any sort of stunner CC would do that. But you know,
Ooh, Luna getting
Trying
caught
to make
out
you
up
think.
here.
Luna goes for ult to try to save herself. Manta dodges the auto attack just in time, but no, Storm Spirit charges just in time.
Oh, the
Sand King with 2 men, Burrow Strike, taking the Lich, but now that was ult coming out. Spirit Break cleaning up now. Lich ult does clean up. Sand King here, Lena is cleaning up as well. Monster kill for Darkstar. Ogre trying to clean up the Lena, but however, Yules does come out and Lena. Disruptor glimpses right back in kinetic field. That's a 2v1. Darkstar denies himself, doesn't want Radiant taking that kill. These team fights have just been so hectic.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not even the thing that really makes it hectic is the fact that there's a disruptor. There's just so much going on in such a big area. Trying to say what's going on with so many noises and colors and sounds. It sort of overwhelms you.
Gabe almost glimpsed the Lena back to base. He was about a half to a second short of glimpsing her back to base.
Oh, wow.
That's one of my favorite things to do, and I know Gabe loves it when he gets it.
Oh, man. That's sort of the thing that makes... it's one of the perks of having a disruptor mid if you desire. Because they can TP in and boop, right back. Down about 45 seconds of CS. And also, it sort of just is a punch to your ego to be glimpsed back home.
Mm-hmm. Gabe working towards that that scepter, which will provide a lot of help for them. Same thing with Ogre. Let's see, we have any items? Looks like Jaguar going for a BKB. And BKB also coming out from the Luna soon. Shadow Blade for Darkstar.
The thing I'm thinking about with Gabe getting the Axon Disruptor, not only does it increase damage over time, but it also mutes the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it breaks them, but it definitely mutes them, so they can't BKB out of that.
Yeah,
That's going to make a huge difference with people like Sand King and Sven stunning and disrupting the whole fight.
It doesn't.
That's a really smart pick.
It doesn't break, but yeah, it definitely it silences them from using any items, like you said.
Exactly. Dire is going to go on Roche here, doing some damage quite quickly, but Radiant knows something's up. Sand King, Burrow striking right in. Luna responding with the ult. Sven smacking down the Spirit Breaker. He's not giving up though. Spirit Breaker charges against Sven. Sven goes down. Storm Spirit taking down the Lich. With that, Darkstar is godlike to pick off Ogre Magi as he tries to run away. Storm Spirit, he is seen as he tries to run up high ground. wants Jakiro dead, but he knows he shouldn't go for it. Lincoln's blocks the stun here on Luna. He knows he can 1v1 Luna, but not if Jakiro's nearby. That's a pretty difficult pick. Storm Spirit does get out of there, once again, being his characteristically speedy self.
Dyer's top tower is under
Yeah.
But Lena doesn't want him done quite yet. Storm Spirit doesn't want him done either. Going down to Darkstar, LSA does pick him off, however. Get worried against that Lincoln's. Oh gosh, that could be a tough fight. He wants the bounty anyway. Storm Spirit is all around escaping a fight just fine. That Lincoln's up online in 1 more second. Nah, Dyer doesn't want to go for a fight. Or maybe they do. All of this has just been up and down, just a big old roller coaster. That's what happens at Roche fights, really.
Yeah. See, I think that's a perfect example of he needed a BKB, because you saw, so he Sand he burrow striked in and stunned everyone, but as soon as he blinked in, storm hammered, but as soon as that came off cooldown, he had 2 magic ults just pop him, completely obliterate him from the map.
Exactly. That's a very wise.
But he's like, that's his first priority now, and he's working towards getting that. Hopefully he can farm up before their next engagement. Although Dyer hasn't really been given him much room to breathe lately. Almost got a mech on the Jakiro.
Yeah, I'm disconnecting the numerous amounts of time. The fact that the time I've gone quiet this whole time is because I've been trying to reconnect. This has happened like 5 times this game already. But hopefully by next week I'll have my new computer built and none of this will happen nearly as much. Oh, but until then it's gonna hurt.
Ascend to the next tier of the PC Master Race.
Oh, I cannot wait.
So it looks like we got
blessings upon a loyal warrior.
1 BKB on the side of the Dyer, on the Luna. Looks like they know about this ward up here on the high ground by Roche, but they haven't done anything about it yet. Nice counter initiation. Condor content to just right click. Oh my gosh. Lena throwing out the Laguna Blade, but it's not going to be enough. She heals herself trying to survive, but Darkstar goes down to Sand King. Great defense by the Radiant here. Good job baiting them farther and farther back in by the Storm Spirit.
Okay, I'm back. Roche decides to take Roche. Radiant decides to go on Roche. Pops his Lincolns. They're just wearing him down quite quickly. Especially with 4, now 3 heroes down. Let's see. While those 3 are taking Roche, looks like Storm Spirit's trying to push up top. I'm surprised that T1 is still alive. Like, just with all the pushing that's been happening, surprised that result hasn't popped out.
Oh, and there it goes.
And T1 for the Dire side and safe lane falls as well. Way to make use of time here. Sand King. Oh, wow. There's some very next level plays here. I don't know if you saw that happen.
No, I think I missed it.
Alright, Spirit Breaker tried ulting Sand King. And knowing that it's a target-based ability, you need to have vision for it. He sandstormed, dodged it, which stopped the casting from happening. But Spirit Breaker was holding dust, so he dusted Sand King. And then ulted him back into a Jakiro Ice Path. But Sand King did escape with his life. But any closer and that would have been a very well-played turnaround there. Gabe barely dodging an Ice Path from Jakiro here, trying to go back to his own jungle. Dangerous game we have here trying to run through.
It's a trap.
Spirit Breaker pops Storm Spirit's Lincolns with his global charge. He knows something's up. I just love that feeling when you have a Spirit Breaker on your team and the enemy has Lincolns and then they're not there for a team fight and suddenly The Lincolns pops, they have no idea what's going on. Because Spirit Breaker popped his Lincolns, and now you can just tear them apart. Oh, that's a good feeling.
He got that Lincoln super fast because like I wasn't paying attention to his inventory for just a minute or two, and then he had one. Gabe getting gone on by the Lena though gets Laguna bladed and gets taken out. Condor, although unfortunately by himself down here.
Something I really appreciate as a spectator is seeing all these animation cancelings. Sven blinking out, trying to keep the Spirit Breaker charging for him, but he's too late. Spirit Breaker has his ult off cooldown, uses it against Sven, right into the crowded dire team here, but Sven is too fast. That Sanjin is helping him out quite a bit.
He is. He's a speedy boy.
Indeed. Speedy boy, angry boy, that Mask of Madness. Aegis also is going to keep him alive and fighting in these team fights that normally wipe the team pretty quick. Luna also picks off the Ogre. Geez, these small pickoffs have just been back and forth all game.
Yeah.
And, they just need to finally push. They've made use of these objectives on the Radiant anyway, by taking the T1 and Roche. But Dire's really got to step up their game and take some objectives, and they have a pickoff like this. Take a 5v4 while you have it for 30 more seconds.
I think they're looking to take this mid now.
I hope so. That'd be a smart choice.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You know, when you're so used to getting items that increase your armor by like 5 or 10 or so, it's pretty surprising to see abilities that give double digits like nobody even cares. Playing Axe, you gain 40 when you use Berserker's Call. That's just insane. And now with Warcry for Sven, not only does it give you a % move speed bonus, but it gives you 20 armor for 8 seconds.
He's a big tanky boy.
Yeah, and everybody around you, including creeps. That's just ridiculous.
It's
In high ground against like so many towers with just creeps. They can take like probably 5 more hits with that much armor. It's a beautiful thing.
It's awesome to see like one ability like in the middle of a team fight, like things are going poorly, and then you use one ability and it can turn the tide. So like his Warcry, or I think of like Lycan's Howl, how it increases
Max health, right?
I think it's health and damage, I believe.
It is, yeah.
So
it's all friendly units and units under your control. That's why you get Necro, and why you get why your ult actually is really good. Because all your units that you control also go at your 650 move speed, and it's ridiculous. The thing, though, is that he is not spell-proof, so it's funny to see Lycan, who's, as Love Yourself says, is charging right through the entire map, and you just boop, pop him with a nice stun, and he just can't do anything. An angry, frothing wolf boy. With nowhere to go.
Looks like Radiant looking to gear up for a push up here top. Meanwhile, looks like Luna's content to split push.
Spirit Breaker is going on the Ogre here, looking for an initiation under a tier 2. Backdoor protection goes away as these 4 Radiant heroes try to press up, but only Storm Spirit's invisibility. Spirit Breaker calls his charge off once he knows there's something going on.
I think Condor needs to be up here hitting the tower. Well, now
there's that.
He's just
going away. That Aegis, you'd think right before a team fight, you know it's there and you feel that it's there, but that noise, that sort of cheeky noise when it goes away. BKB popping on the Spirit Breaker, blocking the Stormhammer. What a play. Ogre Magic gets caught up in the Eclipse. Lieutenant Condor with the BKB living through this macro fire. It's just ridiculous to see Lich ult comes around, bounces between all heroes. Disruptor now with the late ult and kinetic field. Luna, however, escapes the triple kill. A well-timed Eclipse here. Spirit Breaker trying to clean up against Gabe Gonzo on the kinetic field, but that's a well-placed kinetic field for that charge to finally wear off. Well played, Gabe. Nice glimpse back for Spirit Breaker, but it doesn't really matter if you have vision. That charge is coming off cooldown any second now. Right through. I'm really worried, Gabe. You're gonna get out of here. Glimpse is on cooldown, but they don't see you anymore, so sorry I'm calling you by name and no one else. It's just faster to save than Disruptor. So if you watch this VOD later on, you're gonna get a nice first-person review.
Kuma likes to personalize his shout-outs and his call-outs.
If your name is shorter than a 3-syllable hero name, anyway.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He likes to make it
I should start-
personal.
Except I say Spirit Breaker, like, doesn't even matter instead of saying Jaguar. We'll see what happens, though. I've been reconnected back to this game so many times, I'll get used to people's names when I'm around for a full game. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Looks like
I think you mentioned this earlier, but that, the new Luna set
Yep.
for the Battle Pass reward, how do you like that?
I think it fits the theme. It's not my favorite set, but I do like that it fits the aquatic theme that they're going for with TI-7.
Yeah.
And I can't tell. I don't think he has the upgraded version of it. But okay, so he's completed his butterfly, so he has that evasion and that extra attack speed. Now looking to go towards that satanic. Probably going to disassemble that mask of madness for it.
That sounds right. I was gonna say about the Luna set, it does fit the theme quite well, but the antennae, they're too much for me. I like the mount just fine, but those antennae on the helmet not doing too much. When you're
Yeah.
a warrior of the moon goddess, I'm not sure how much undersea you'll be doing to defend her name.
Under the sea.
I was gonna say it like that, but it didn't cross my mind until after I said it. Wasted joke. Roche is not back up for a few more moments. But Dire wants to make sure themselves.
Looks like Condor's building towards some crit now, looking to deal that extra bit of damage.
Nice four-person party here to clear that Radiant ward. Then to spread out and defend this Dire push. I'm worried for them.
Radiant's middle tower
Ooh, they need to defend this mid lane. Storm trying to add some pressure on the side lanes, though. If he's not careful, he's going to get caught out.
As usual, what I've seen a lot of is people who are trying to defend high ground always go for the melee and range creeps, but never the siege. But siege creeps don't care if there are heroes around. They won't stop aggroing the tower unless you're X with Berserker's Call. Storm Spirit dodges 3 ults! That's 2 ults dodged in 1 ball lightning. What a hero.
I think I'm more impressed by dodging the Laguna Blade.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
wow. Oh, he has a scythe on him.
And Lincoln's wasn't even Lincoln's wasn't even popped at all. Shrining, that's a well-deserved rest there, Storm Spirit. Well played.
Dang. Props to him.
Wow. Oh, but what I realized is the new patch with siege creeps being so much more important, spawning less often, dealing more damage. As Invoker at about minute 6, I put Alacrity on a on a siege creep.
Oh,
and
gosh.
without estimation, it did 1/6 of the max health of this tower.
Per hit, or just like...
Yeah, per hit, just chunking it with each Alacrity hit.
Holy
and I'm like,
cow.
wow. Extra damage, extra attack speed. I'm not buffing myself anymore. You do the damage, Mr. Creep there.
Yeah, for real. And especially if you can get a Helm of the Dominator on your team as well and get 2 of
Oh
them.
my god.
And just siege towers.
Spirit Breaker going on Gabe, looks like, with an Invis rune. At least scouting out the area. It's running off, so he's gonna do likewise. Run off back to Dire side.
He's going to
Storm
RU in an
Spirits.
OFT. Have you ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I have a long time ago.
I love that movie. Such a good movie, dude.
Lena with the Shadow Blade. I think she's had it for a long time, but he's to scout out, much like Spirit Breaker here. Luna at level 25 decides to get plus 15 all stats and the Satanic. Good timing on those items. Lincoln's is popped. Spirit Breaker's charging for him right now, but he's TPing out. Anything to cancel? That's a Lich ult for that mini stun. Well played, but Storm Spirit cares not for mini stuns. He's out of there, zipping away. Ball lightning is enough to get him right out of the fight, as usual. Dire's got to stop taking the pesky heroes, start going for the really meaningful ones that are trying to defend. Lena with a Shadow Blade trying to get the jump on him, but that Bloodstone is getting him right back to full mana in no time. 9 charges is still a lot. Lieutenant Condor does pick off Jakiro. Wow. And Luna. That's a 4K 4 kill streak. Not 4K kill streak. That's too many in one game. That's a 90-second respawn talent. 9-second respawn on Luna here. And Storm Spirit is punished for his overextension, but not without the cost of the entire Dire forest. Wow, that's a lot of ball lightning.
Him
I'll say after
Him and Timber Saw are probably friends.
that. Yeah, but not Monkey King. Oh my god.
Oh, no. It's like that time when I played Monkey King and you played Timbersaw and you kept cutting me down out of trees.
I try not to bring that up. Thanks, TJ.
You're welcome.
But I was like, oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna zone this guy out and lower his his main attribute by 15%. And I Q, and then I'm suddenly trying to 1v1 this guy because you're stunned for 4 seconds. And that's...
It's alright, that's on me for not positioning better. That's
no,
on
it's
me.
not. No, it is not. I can see you.
But sometimes I was in your
Anyway.
way. But we got a blade mail coming out on Jaguar. It's going to help him survive these fights a lot more. Do a lot of that
Definitely.
return damage. Just be more of a nuisance. I feel like if you play Spear Breaker, your sole objective is just to be a nuisance. Like
Exactly.
you just run all over the map and just cause disruption everywhere.
Yeah, there's not much you can do in a team fight except for charge for the backliner and hope for the best. Maybe ulti support so they can't cast anything, but you have no AoE except for your ambient bash radius when you're charging somebody. Or 17%ing somebody.
17% my ass.
Oh, I hate it. That is it. The enemy always gets 17, like probably 90% bash chance.
Oh yeah.
But your Spear Breaker or the one that you're playing, it's like a nice 5% bash chance.
It's the same thing with I feel like with Axe too, with spin procs counter helix.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm always waiting for my counter helixes to go off, but if I play against an Axe, he's like every tick of damage he gets like causes one.
Exactly. Darkstar going down in this Storm Spirit, popping the Lincolns. Spear Breaker following up through. He'll have no time to TP out. Damage. LSA about to be off cooldown. Wow, that's a nice, well placed to be the blade on a popped Lincolns. Finishing that Storm Spirit for another 80 seconds. Dire better make a move on this.
Ooh,
5v4,
crit.
especially with quite a nuisance gone. But Radiant says, you want to make a push, we'll make a push as well. And they decide to go up mid. Not before Jakiro harassing out of lane though. Sand King popping right back up to Jakiro. He's not done yet either. He's got a Blink Dagger. Off cooldown now from ambient liquid fire damage. Taking the tier 2. Macropire comes out with nothing, just clear creeps. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. There's a team fight going on down here in mid lane Dire side. Spirit Breaker using his Blade Mail. Lich Ult popping on Sven and Ogre. Does damage through BKB. He's slowed. He's catchable. Lena's invis, but Sven blinks out just in time. But he's catchable. Lena's a fast person. Sven's Blink Dagger on cooldown to 5.
Oh, she went the wrong way.
Out of there. Oh,
The
man.
jukes. Oh, is he gonna be
TP's coming
TP
out
out?
just in time. He is home safe. Spirit Breaker, however, he just died. Night creep wave. I thought he was charging the Sven somehow. Pretty tough to juke a hero when you have True Sight on him.
Man, this Sven is doing so much more damage now. He almost has a Daedalus, but he's got the Chrysalis and the Demon Edge. Oh my gosh, the dude is just like when he was hitting that mid tier 2 tower, like probably 1/6 of the tower's health was just chunking down.
Yeah, as being his own little siege creep. Dire decides to take this opportunity. Now they push to take Roche with great success here. Roche is just getting shredded against these 3 heroes.
Yeah, Radiant just really can't. I mean, all their lanes are pushed in. Storm's pushing out the top, and Sven was kind of pushing out the mid, but there's no way they could have contested this.
The cheese goes uneaten. But Luna says, somebody can take this. I got max inventory. And 3 die for it. Eventually being taken by the Luna, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, in the backpack. Want to take it out there for some quick reflexive eating mid-fight. I've played Pokemon. I know what it's like.
Or Skyrim.
Oh my gosh, especially Skyrim. Eating 6 cheese wheels in the middle of a fight. Oh, I heard BKB pop. Looks like Sven doesn't want to be caught up by 4 heroes, but it doesn't matter. Spear Breaker knocking right back in. BKB runs off just right into Ice Path here in the Radiant. Won't do too much, but that's 1 less second on your next BKB charge, which is currently at 6. Those are valuable seconds with Ice Path and Lucent Beam and Lena as a hero because of all of her abilities.
Oh, looks like he's going for an MKB instead. Probably wants to be able to cut through the butterfly evasion on the Luna.
Exactly, yeah. Lena's also going for Shiva's guard. Nice ambient slow for a mobile hero. Also magic damage to slow down the Sven. That'll help a lot. That BKB will help. 15 seconds in that cooldown. Ready to defend high ground if they so desire. But high grounding's pretty tough. There's only one wave of creeps. Disruptor, glimpsing back. Jakiro, Luna diving in with BKB triggered, assuming that there was going to be a fight going on, but it's not. Now they're deciding to take high ground. Sending Condor with the Stormhammer, knocking out Luna here. Sand King.
Oh, Jaguar Paw might go down. He does go down. Condor almost dead though. Might go down to the urn, but he doesn't.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Cardinal trying to stay away from this Lena, but even with backdoor protection, their racks aren't even safe. Tired blinks in, gets 2 with a vortex. Is he going to keep going in? His mana region's a little low with only 7 bloodstone charges, but it looks like he is going to go for Mr. T, and will be able to finish him off. Uses the hex and hexes him into a little piggy, and then decides to take him out.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Blessings upon
Okay, yeah.
A heart. All right.
On who?
On Luna, a heart.
Interesting.
illusion.
I think I would have replaced Phase with Boots of Travels first.
Okay.
But I guess
like-
the general survivability. I mean, she has 4K health. Like, she's just so tanky.
Well, I just got a message I didn't have in-game open mic on. Let's hope it got caught anyway.
So you didn't have your team on? So audio, you didn't have open mic on for team? Rip
Correct.
GG. Rip GG.
Yeah. Let's hope
Well,
it's going then.
If anybody
my
wants to hear Kuma's earlier comments, just go to my YouTube channel and you can watch the VOD. So
Is that just YouTube/Jay Sutton?
I think it's Timothy Sutton. I've been trying to think of a catchy YouTube name, but to no alas.
Yeah.
Double damage.
If anybody has any cool ideas, send them a message. Talking about this for a long time. I want to help them out, but I couldn't think of anything either.
I'm really bad at coming up with names, so but
You know, sometimes you just have to pull open Google Translate and look up a cool animal, and it turns out pretty well, because that's what happened for me.
maybe I just need to find bear in another language that hasn't been taken yet.
Don't take bear. There are too many bears in the Discord.
Fine.
Maybe not. Maybe no such thing as too many bears in the Discord, but
Maybe
quite a lot of them.
maybe a platypus in Swahili. I don't know what that is, but it could be interesting.
I'm not sure if. Doing out quite well. Jakiro pushing out this top lane, but Storm Spirit clears out the wave, and maybe Jakiro here. Jakiro's trying to run away, but no avail. Pipe comes out, and it works. Storm Spirit is hindered too much. He does a lot of magic damage.
One way to counter a
Jakiro maybe won
storm,
that fight. Exactly.
and now he
Gonna
has
get
his
struck by
Macropire pierces spell immunity.
Oh man, that'll get that Sven in no time. He's standing still whacking around in fights. Speaking of Sven, getting solo ulted by Luna, Spirit Breaker, and as well as Mr. T.
Was there a
Unbelievable.
Sven there? I mean,
Not.
Ooh.
Oh, there's certainly a crater with the Sven shapes, you know,
yeah.
outlined, but not quite anymore. And for 90 seconds anyway.
Poor
I'd have to watch that
Condor.
outline. Jeez.
I feel bad for him. Buyback
Maybe
coming
not.
to
He's
defend.
back into the game to block that high ground.
Sieging with illusion creeps or illusions. And that's another tier 3 down.
Oh man, Sand King. The blink burrow strike, but only getting illusions here. Condor thinks there's a hero, BKBs, chops down his limited avatar duration on his BKB, now down to 5. Oh, it happens. It happens in a 55-minute game. Happens to the best of us.
It's always frustrates me that I can't buy a new BKB and get new. They should do like a similar to Diffusal Blade, how you just buy the second recipe and get 8 more. They should, like, for 2,000 or like 2,500 gold, they should make a recipe for a level 2 BKB that takes it back to like 8 seconds, I'd say.
Yeah, it would be a good
I think
balance.
10 is too much, but if you go back
Yeah.
like 8, 7, 6, 5, like I think that, or even 7. Well, 7 back up to 7 seconds for 2,000 or like for like 2,000 gold. Maybe not worth it. I think if they did 8 seconds and 2,000 gold, it might be worth it.
That sounds right. That could work. Big BKB 2.
Yeah.
I'm not very creative with that.
Proud Ursi,
Second item
hit me up. I'm available for Theorycraft Thursday. You know.
Oh, Lich ulting into Radiant High Ground, just chunking some Radiant heroes, but just some harass. Back up in a minute.
He has Ags, doesn't he? Yeah, so that's
He
a pretty
does,
short
yeah.
cooldown.
It now has no limit to how many jumps it can have.
That's the worst when you play against them.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Looks like they're lining up to push down this last tier 3. Man, this is just such a beefy Luna. Sorry, Luna, I'm not
Oh.
calling you fat, but
With past 4K health.
it's
pretty
casual,
scary.
Casual heart. Oh,
Sand King getting caught out, however. Oh, wow, gets Yulesed up. However, getting ulted by Lina, getting just chopped down to that machine gun attack speed. Sven just locking down the Spirit Breaker, BKB, Blade Band walking through. Lieutenant Condor got to back off. Just whacking away at these heroes, doing some damage. Blitzult pops out with now no limit on bounces, just shredding up the Sven. Spirit Breaker gets on Sand King, he's knocked down. Ogre Magi trying to do some damage from the back lines. Gets Spirit Breaker, Spirit does fall, however. Like Rex there, Radiant top, Spirit Breaker comes, Storm Spirit comes back. But it's too late, can't defend that sieging. Try to clean up whoever's walking away, and it seems to be nobody. He's teleporting back with great ult grandeur. And there's GG from Lieutenant Condor here, just in time for the megas. Well played, both teams. Even if you couldn't hear me, hope you all had a nice time watching. TJ, do the honors.
Thank you. Great game on both sides. A little bit of a rocky start for the Radiant, but they were able to pull it back, but they weren't able to stop the steamroll that was the Dire side. But thank you guys for joining me. This has been TJ Sutton and Kuma Mizu on the mic, and we hope to see you again soon. Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.